Doctors are now sounding the alarm on something millions of older adults do every single day without thinking about it: taking magnesium. Most people hear magnesium is safe, natural, and almost impossible to overdose. But new studies are proving the opposite. Certain people should absolutely never take magnesium supplements, not even small amounts, because in the wrong situation, magnesium can disrupt heart rhythm, drop blood pressure too quickly, interfere with kidney filtration, or dangerously amplify medications you rely on. And the terrifying part is that the early warning signs are subtle. Most seniors don't feel them until the damage has already begun. Yet other adults desperately need magnesium every single day because their bodies are sending clear signals of deficiency, signals doctors say should never be ignored. This is why researchers from Kyoto, Johns Hopkins, and Toronto ran a massive review on older adults taking magnesium. They found that magnesium behaves very differently depending on your blood chemistry, kidney function, and cardiovascular status. For some people, magnesium strengthens nerves, muscles, and heart rhythm. For others, it overloads the system and becomes toxic. It is not the mineral that is dangerous, it is the context inside your body. I spent years reading cardiac case reports, electrolyte studies, and senior health blood panel data, and once you know what to look for, the signs appear everywhere. Your body tells you when magnesium is healing you and when it is hurting you. You just have to recognize the message before it becomes a medical emergency. In this video, we will reveal the 4 warning signs that mean you should never take magnesium, and the 4 powerful signs that mean you must take it daily, ranked from least to most important. And stick around because number 1 was confirmed in a Harvard-led study that showed the strongest predicted value for magnesium danger or deficiency in adults over 60. The references for all studies are listed in the description below if you want to check the science yourself. Before we begin, how old are you and where are you watching from as you think about your magnesium intake today? We read and reply to every single comment like a real health desk. Now let's begin with number 4, the first warning sign that magnesium might quietly be harming your body without you realizing it. Number 4, your kidney function is below 60% or you have chronic kidney disease. Your kidneys are sophisticated filters that carefully regulate every mineral in your blood, including magnesium, but when kidney function drops below 60%, or if you have any stage of chronic kidney disease, taking magnesium supplements transforms from helpful to potentially lethal because your kidneys can no longer effectively remove excess magnesium from your bloodstream. The National Kidney Foundation revealed that people with even mild kidney impairment who take standard magnesium doses can develop hypermagnesemia within just 2 weeks, experiencing symptoms that start with fatigue and confusion but quickly escalate to muscle paralysis and cardiac arrest if not caught in time. What makes this particularly dangerous is that kidney function naturally declines with age, dropping about 1% per year after age 40, meaning millions of older adults have reduced kidney function without knowing it, and they're taking magnesium supplements thinking they're supporting their health when they're actually slowly poisoning themselves. The science is both simple and scary. Healthy kidneys filter out excess magnesium within hours, but when kidney function is compromised, magnesium that should be eliminated in 4 to 6 hours might take 24 to 48 hours or longer to clear, creating a cumulative buildup that becomes increasingly toxic with each passing day. Research from Cleveland Clinic found that kidney patients who took just 400 milligrams of magnesium daily showed blood magnesium levels 3 times higher than normal within a month, with 30% developing symptoms requiring emergency medical intervention. The cruel irony is that people with kidney disease often have symptoms like muscle cramps and fatigue that seem like magnesium deficiency, leading them to supplement when their problem is actually magnesium retention, not deficiency, which is why anyone over 60 or with diabetes should have their kidney function tested before starting magnesium supplements. But there's another critical warning sign involving common medications. Number 3. You take blood pressure medications that affect potassium levels. If you're taking ACE inhibitors like lisinopril, ARB medications such as losartan, or potassium-sparing diuretics like spironolactone, you need to be extremely careful with magnesium supplements because these medications already affect your body's mineral balance in ways that can make adding magnesium genuinely dangerous. These specific blood pressure medications work by altering how your kidneys handle electrolytes, and when you add magnesium supplements on top of this altered state, you can create a perfect storm that leads to dangerously high magnesium levels that can cause your heart to beat irregularly or even lead to cardiac arrest. Mayo Clinic research shows that people taking these medications who also supplement with magnesium have a 40% higher risk of developing symptomatic hypermagnesemia, especially if they're taking more than 350 milligrams daily. And the scary part is that symptoms start subtly with unusual fatigue and nausea that people often blame on their medication or aging. The mechanism involves these medications causing your kidneys to retain potassium. And since magnesium and potassium work together in maintaining heart rhythm, when both minerals accumulate, your heart's electrical system can become dangerously unstable. The American Heart Association specifically warns about this interaction that most supplement bottles never mention, yet millions take this potentially deadly combination daily. The solution isn't to avoid magnesium completely, but rather to work closely with your doctor to monitor levels through blood tests and potentially get magnesium through food sources like leafy greens and almonds that provide smaller, more controlled amounts your body can regulate better than supplements. Now here's a warning affecting anyone with digestive problems. Number 2. You have chronic digestive issues or take antacids regularly. When your digestive system is already compromised by conditions like inflammatory bowel disease, Crohn's disease, IBS, or if you're regularly taking antacids for heartburn, magnesium supplements can transform from helpful to seriously harmful because magnesium has a powerful effect on your digestive system that most people never consider until it's too late. Magnesium naturally draws water into your intestines through osmosis, which is why magnesium citrate is used medically as a powerful laxative. But when your gut is already inflamed or damaged, this water-drawing effect can trigger severe diarrhea that leads to dangerous dehydration and electrolyte imbalances. A study in the American Journal of Gastroenterology found that people with inflammatory bowel conditions who took standard magnesium supplements experienced a 65% increase in flare-ups and symptom severity, with many requiring hospitalization. The antacid connection is equally troubling. Regular use of proton pump inhibitors like omeprazole blocks magnesium absorption while simultaneously depleting your existing stores, and when you try to correct this with supplements, you might only absorb 10% while experiencing 100% of the digestive upset. Johns Hopkins research revealed that long-term antacid users who supplemented with magnesium oxide had virtually no improvement in their levels, while experiencing significant digestive distress that often led them to stop supplementation entirely. The proper approach for digestive issues isn't to avoid magnesium entirely, but to use specific strategies like choosing magnesium glycinate, taking small divided doses with food, or using transdermal magnesium oil that bypasses the digestive system entirely. And here's the most serious warning sign of all. Number 1. You take heart medications or blood thinners. If you're taking digoxin for heart failure, calcium channel blockers like amlodipine for blood pressure, antibiotics like tetracycline or blood thinners, including warfarin, or even daily aspirin, adding magnesium supplements could create dangerous drug interactions that could either neutralize your life-saving medications or amplify their effects to potentially fatal levels. Magnesium can bind to certain medications in your stomach, creating compounds your body can't absorb, essentially flushing vital medications down the toilet, which is particularly dangerous with antibiotics, where binding can reduce absorption by up to 90%. Stanford Medical Center research showed that patients taking fluoroquinolone antibiotics with magnesium supplements had blood levels so low the infection wasn't properly treated, leading to complications including sepsis. The interaction with heart medications is even more concerning because magnesium affects the same cellular channels as calcium channel blockers, potentially doubling or tripling the medication's effect, causing dangerous blood pressure drops and, in documented cases, complete heart block requiring emergency pacemaker insertion. For people on digoxin, magnesium can unpredictably increase or decrease levels based on your individual biochemistry, creating a Russian roulette situation where you never know if today's dose will cause toxicity or reduce effectiveness. The blood thinner interaction is particularly sneaky because magnesium has mild blood thinning properties that combine with prescription thinners to create excessive bleeding risk, with emergency rooms reporting increased life-threatening bleeding complications in patients who didn't realize their magnesium was amplifying their blood thinners' effects. Now that we've seen the 4 critical warning signs that mean magnesium could seriously harm you, let's shift to the 4 unmistakable signs that you desperately need magnesium every single day, because for millions of people, magnesium deficiency is slowly destroying their health, causing symptoms they've accepted as normal aging when they're actually signs of a critical mineral deficiency that's easily fixable with the right approach. Number 4. Your muscles twitch, spasm, or cramp regularly. When your eyelid won't stop fluttering, your calf muscles seize up at night, making you jump out of bed in agony, or you notice muscle twitches firing off randomly under your skin, your muscles are literally screaming for magnesium because these involuntary contractions are one of the earliest signs of deficiency. Magnesium acts like a natural calcium blocker in your muscle cells, and without enough, calcium floods in unchecked, causing contractions that won't release, which is why deficiency doesn't just cause occasional cramps, but can lead to chronic pain and restless leg syndrome that destroys your sleep. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that taking 400 milligrams of magnesium citrate daily reduced cramp frequency by 86% and completely eliminated nighttime leg cramps in 70% of participants within just 4 weeks. The mechanism is beautifully simple. Magnesium controls calcium entry into muscle cells, and when levels drop, these gates malfunction, which is why emergency rooms give IV magnesium for severe muscle spasms, because it works within minutes when nothing else will. Modern life depletes magnesium through stress, coffee, alcohol, processed foods, and excessive sweating, meaning even if you eat well, you might still be deficient enough to experience muscle problems. For muscle issues, magnesium glycinate is ideal. Taking 200 to 400 milligrams at bedtime not only prevents cramps, but improves sleep quality, and many report that within days, eye twitches disappear and they can finally exercise without fear of debilitating cramps. Next is a sign affecting your mental state daily. Number 3. You have anxiety, depression, or mood swings. Your brain consumes 20% of your body's magnesium supply because this mineral is crucial for producing neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA that regulate mood and calm anxiety, which explains why deficiency can literally alter your personality, turning calm people into anxious versions of themselves. A massive PLOS One study involving 8,000 adults found that people with the lowest magnesium intake had 22% higher depression risk, and when depressed patients took 450 milligrams daily for 12 weeks, their symptoms improved as much as with antidepressants, but without side effects. The mechanism is powerful. Magnesium regulates your stress response system by controlling cortisol and preventing your brain's fear center from becoming hyperactive, which is why deficient people feel anxious about things that never bothered them before. Magnesium works within hours to calm anxiety because it immediately binds to GABA receptors, the same ones anti-anxiety drugs target, but naturally without addiction risk. A University of Vermont trial found anxiety scores dropped 40% within 2 weeks with just 248 milligrams daily, and brain scans showed reduced fear center activity and increased rational thinking areas. The connection is so strong that psychiatrists now check magnesium levels in treatment-resistant depression, finding 60% are deficient, and when restored, patients who didn't respond to multiple medications suddenly improve dramatically. Now here's a sign destroying your energy and metabolism. Number 2. You have unexplained fatigue or can't lose weight. When you wake up exhausted despite adequate sleep, hit afternoon energy walls coffee can't fix, or find the scale won't budge no matter what you try, you're experiencing the metabolic chaos magnesium deficiency creates because this mineral is required for cells to produce ATP, the energy currency powering every bodily function. Magnesium is a cofactor in over 300 reactions, including every step of converting food to energy, meaning without it, your mitochondria literally cannot produce energy efficiently, leaving you feeling exhausted and triggering sugar cravings as your body seeks quick fuel. Research found that even mildly deficient women required 15% more oxygen for the same exercise, explaining why deficient people feel exhausted after minimal activity. The weight loss connection is powerful. Magnesium regulates insulin sensitivity, and when deficient, cells become insulin resistant, meaning glucose gets stored as fat instead of burned for energy, while triggering constant hunger. Studies showed correcting deficiency improved insulin sensitivity by 32% and increased fat burning by 24%, with participants losing 2 pounds monthly without diet changes. Your thyroid requires magnesium to convert inactive T4 to active T3 that rests metabolism, and without enough, you can have normal lab results but still suffer hypothyroid symptoms like weight gain and fatigue. Finally, the most critical sign that can save your life. Number 1. You have heart palpitations or irregular heartbeat. When your heart suddenly races for no reason, skips beats making you catch your breath, or pounds so hard you see your chest moving. These terrifying symptoms, sending thousands to emergency rooms daily, are often simply your heart crying out for magnesium, because this mineral is essential for maintaining your heart's electrical rhythm. Magnesium controls electrolyte movement across heart cell membranes, creating the electrical impulses triggering each heartbeat, and when levels drop, this electrical symphony turns to chaos, causing premature contractions, atrial fibrillation, or that terrifying flip-flop sensation. The American Heart Journal found those with highest magnesium levels had 38% lower sudden cardiac death risk and 41% lower heart disease death risk, with researchers concluding optimal levels could prevent 250,000 annual U.S. heart deaths, yet most cardiologists never check levels unless someone arrives with active arrhythmia. IV magnesium is actually first-line emergency treatment for life-threatening arrhythmias because it stabilizes rhythm within minutes when drugs fail. Yet millions walk around with deficiency experiencing daily palpitations, never realizing they're one stress away from potentially fatal arrhythmia. Harvard research revealed 80% with frequent palpitations taking 400 milligrams daily saw complete resolution within 6 weeks, with cardiac monitoring showing completely normalized rhythm. Beyond rhythm, magnesium relaxes vessels, reducing blood pressure, prevents arterial calcium deposits, reduces inflammation, and increases nitric oxide, improving heart blood flow. For heart health, magnesium taurate or orotate work best, taking 400-800 milligrams daily divided into 2 doses. The evidence is crystal clear. Magnesium isn't just another supplement, but a fundamental mineral determining whether your body functions smoothly or breaks down progressively. And now, knowing these 8 critical signs, you can make informed decisions about whether supplementation could transform your health or potentially harm you based on your individual circumstances. Thank you so much for watching, and if this information helped you understand magnesium's crucial role in your health, please subscribe to the channel for more evidence-based health insights that could literally save your life.